Keep sucking CG's dick. Wait, what did I do to suck CG's dick now?
Hey, buddy.
I don't talk to filth.
Oh, hey. Hey. What did I have? Hello.
What did Steven... Did I just do my normal voice in Barosi? I can't remember. Actually, I have no fucking idea. I don't understand why people think I'm sucking CG's dick. Like, what have I done now? I don't get it. Give car. Oh, yes. Oh, it was more like the posh guy, yeah. The tank? What is the tank's name again? It's like the Rhino or some shit. That is the Rhino. Give car. Coil. Number 3. Oh no. That's gonna be that. What the fuck is the... Oh, there's number 3 garage. Okay. Rhino. Oops. Oh, hang on. We're gonna put on God mode as well, so people get annoyed even though they can't shoot us. Shit, dude, we almost crashed. Fuck Russia.
What the fuck was that? You gotta put your hands up.
Oh, no. It's me, Senator Barosi. Where's Bass?
Okay. Oh,
What the
hi
fuck was
there,
that, you psychopath?
Senator.
You alright, sir? What's going on here, man?
Okay, you look just like my grandpa. Sir.
Are you okay,
Jesus
sir?
Christ.
Yes, I'm doing just fine.
What do you mean I look like a bank robber? I was shooting the fucking Russian embassy. Like a true American.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, I'll let me try to locate Bass for you. Sorry, you scared the shit out of me. You scared
Yes. Well, maybe you should do your job and arrest the fucking Russians, ma'am.
They're non-existent. They're
non-existent.
We've done our job.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you, sir. Coming from the embassies, I would like to say thank you so much for what you do at the embassies. We love the embassy here. We love it in America.
What's your name there, little
My
man?
name, sir, is James Brown.
Oh, marvelous, James Brown, and I believe I've seen you before. You stream on Facebook Gaming. My son watches it. Your name's
That's
Remy, correct?
Name's Rami.
That's him in the flesh.
I'm a champion of a cap, one of the best rangers ever.
Oh, yes, exactly. Marvelous.
One and only warlord.
I hope you're having a fantastic day, doing nothing, wasting my money, standing around the police department.
Oh, you want to kill somebody, boss?
Yes. In fact, I do. The more you kill, the less they go to jail, and the less expensive it is on me.
Oh, so cool. Let's go kill
So
people.
cool.
Marvelous.
I love the
Spectacular.
empathies.
Yep. All right. See you soon. All right, Mr. Sir, Doctor, Senator.
Yes.
Okay. He's on the way. He's on
Marvelous. Spectacular, sir.
the way. Yep. No, don't worry. Don't worry. Can I?
Hello.
Oh, hello there, sir. It's Senator Barosi. I've
Get a
heard
picture
there
of
might
me,
be a
next to
meeting
the
of some
tank.
sort today. Do you know anything about this?
Oh yeah, I'm with Davis right now. We just picked up our chauffeur. Where you at?
Well, I'm at the police department at the moment. I noticed there's a Russian embassy across the road. What is this doing
Yeah,
here?
we got some shit to talk about with that. We'll be by in a minute. We're coming there anyway.
Okay, see you soon.
All right.
It's gonna shoot at you.
It drives and it blasts.
Do not go near the vehicle. It might kill you.
What do you mean you don't put your head in the barrel?
Don't touch that.
It might kill him.
What are you doing?
So cool that guy's there right now.
Yeah, we need our ray gun.
The tank, bro.
I just visited Area 51, so.
Can everybody stop trying to touch the tank? The military tank that explodes things.
Well, I'm not trying to touch the military tank that explodes things. I was just driving here.
Hi, Holden.
Excuse me.
That's not Holden. Never mind. Oh my
Who
God.
the hell is Holden?
Turned off, and it was aiming at the sky, and then I
10-2.
Hello, Barosi.
Howdy, partner.
time
How
no
are you
see.
doing?
Doing good.
I just visited the Area 69. Have you been there before?
Several times.
Did they give you any of the toys to play with?
This gentleman here.
All the time. I've got a collection at my house.
Oh, absolutely.
Howdy,
I love the
gentlemen.
hat.
Nice.
Thank you.
Thank you for showing up.
Ty's always looking good as usual.
Oh, thank you, sir.
I don't know if you remember me, sir. Colonel Sam Bass, State Police.
Well, I heard the explosion.
I mean,
Thought it was Colonel Sanders.
No.
I don't
That's a
really
fried
remember you
chicken.
Oh
know.
my God. Well, actually, I waited for
Are we
He's,
meeting here? Where should we meet? Where should we have this conversation? Isn't there meant to be
Well, he was like, "Don't
more
talk to
officers
me." And I
around?
was like, no, I'm
No.
going.
Just
I
us.
was thinking.
No, they're coming later.
That's
We're
quoted
two
my
separate
exact
meetings.
Yeah, I'm gonna be me.
Okay. Well, should we go somewhere more formal?
We should. I was thinking the city hall or the aircraft carrier.
What?
Or
Why
can
would
have
we
that
go
top
to
of
the
Little
aircraft
Moscow.
carrier, sir? Unless we're going to bomb that embassy, I don't know why the fuck we would go there.
Well, there's a conversation needs to be had on the aircraft carrier. That makes a lot of sense why we're having it there.
Okay, fine. How do we get there?
I was hoping you can guide us.
I'm a
About that
fucking
tank,
senator, not a aircraft driver. I drive a tank. That's it.
See.
You put your foot down and it goes.
Well, I got a helicopter.
Well, that could work. Can I park the tank somewhere safe?
Yeah, probably inside Mission PD.
Okay, let's see
Hey,
if it
Bass,
fits.
when are we gonna ride together?
Hopefully one day.
One
Real.
day. I can't even see him.
Colonel, could you open up the gates for me, sir?
Absolutely.
Oops, central locking was on. I'll just park it here. Surely nobody's stupid enough to steal this, right?
You'll be surprised, Senator.
Poorly.
You'll be surprised. But
I mean, the dumb citizens of Los Santos would not know how to operate a tank, Senator.
Oh,
Let's be
yes,
honest.
right.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
all right, come this way, please.
This is phase 1, Bundy, so we'll need you for phase 2.
Bundy can tag along. That's fine. He can be part of this conversation.
All right.
Close the doors. Crane, Bundy, you guys gonna go with Anita?
I feel like tanks have 2 pedals.
The mayor
That's
and
it.
2 senators with me. That way, because you got more than 4.
I don't think there's too much to them.
All right.
We'll take Crane in all helicopters. It'll be Bass, Crane, me, and Senator Barosi.
How about you 3 can go with Anita? I'll stick with the mayor.
Yeah, there's one for each track, and then there's a gear that
Anita?
goes forward or back, I'm pretty sure.
She's upstairs.
All right, perfect.
So you don't even have a steering wheel, you steer with your feet. Two levers. Oh, so you can put each one in reverse if needed. That's
There you
pretty
go.
interesting.
Anita, what's your 20?
Oh yeah, they just probably connect them when they're going forward or something. I just
No, you should
that
back
would
up
make
and show
sense.
Peter, Anita.
I tell you, Area 69 has some cool shit. Check this out. Those Russians don't stand a chance.
Oh, they gave you one of those.
Yes.
Get a spare one.
I believe I do. Yeah, take
What
this.
is that thing? Bundy, come with us. And Dick, one more with us.
I thought we were maxed out at 4 on this one, Colonel.
And we are. Anita should be coming right now.
Okay.
Anita, you're gonna pick up Bundy and the Chief Justice. Show PD.
Is there any reason you haven't asked me to bomb Little Moscow yet, sir?
Well, that's gonna be part of the conversation we're gonna have as well. So, couple
We
things
have
to
some
talk
great
about.
aerial drones. Fantastic shit. They won't even see it coming.
Well, I would love to use one, sir. I guess.
Well, I'm not going to let you use it. You're not the fucking military, Mr. Boss. Jesus
I do have
Christ,
a military
relax.
rank, to be fair.
Excuse me.
I said I do have a military rank, to be fair. The colonel.
Yes, right. But it's the state police ranking, sir. Not in the military.
Got me there.
You're
Got
doing
me there.
false valor right now. That's illegal.
Los Santos, but it can be.
It's illegal if I say so.
That is a fact.
That's true.
How is what's that guy's name? Who's that sheriff?
Oh, Sheriff Toretti? Yeah, he's doing great.
Sheriff Toretti.
He's currently on vacation right now, spending some time in, I think, Honolulu.
Interesting. How's what's that other guy's name? The real loud and obnoxious one.
Oh, Kyle Pred. Yeah, he works for me right now. He's a trooper.
Oh, yes, he was a good police officer. He's a trooper now, huh? Maybe he could take your spot.
Hey, you say
That
so.
wasn't a joke. That was not a joke.
How's the commissioner doing? Commissioner, what was that guy's name?
Lance Moulton, yeah, he's just a trooper now, too. See ya, Powder?
Just out of curiosity, why isn't we going to the ship out here?
Well, I'll explain why.
Is there a terrorist we need to throw in like Bin Laden?
Well, something like that might happen, actually, in Los Santos. And, we're here to talk about it.
Okay. It appears they beat us out here. You're not much of a pilot, sir.
Oh, I was just talking and flying.
Right.
I really multitask very well sometimes. Copy that, and I'll let you know when we go through one, alright? Oh, Captain Bruce, I need a private room. I got the senators with me.
Yeah, absolutely. Just right up there.
Alright, perfect. Senators, follow me.
Gentlemen?
Size?
Hello, sir. Is that man a pirate, or he's a fan of Johnny Depp?
No, actually, he's the captain.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, you got us out of here, Bash. It's cold as hell.
Yeah, it is cold.
Don't you worry, I got the heat warmer upstairs. We're asking about missiles right there. Need some.
All right, well, there you go.
After you, Mayor.
All right, well, should be warm enough for y'all. It's not too bad. So, there's a couple things I'll bring up from my side as far as just general state of Los Santos and everything's been going on. Roughly last week. Has it been a week so far? When was the last time? When was the time that Michael Simone was caught? Monday. I'm trying to remember, Senator. Was it last week?
Yeah, Simone was brought into custody 9 days ago, I believe.
9 days ago. Yes, 9 days ago, the super terrorist Michael Simone was caught by the Unified Police Department. Then he was transported to the penitentiary. He's being placed in max sec. Shortly afterwards, the next day, the Russians, retaliation for Michael Simone being caught, launched a full assault on Los Santos, damaging and hurting a lot of civilians, using F-14s, Apache helicopters, drone strikes, and so on. So, with that being said, I'm requesting the help of the Senate to send a message loud and clear back to the Russians that we will not tolerate any attack on Los Santos, and we'll do everything we can to fight back.
Well, I have been thinking about the possibilities, and the sad thing is we can't nuclear strike our own cities, so we'll have to use napalm or something. Maybe some napalm.
I was thinking bulldozers. We demolish your buildings.
We should definitely bomb it first.
Well,
in some capacity.
With all due respect, 100 feet away from that building is Mission PD. That's the police HQ. So
right.
Yeah, that's what the napalm's for. It, doesn't explode.
I don't want my officers getting hurt in the process.
Oh, no. Our drone strikes are very, very accurate. And just because it wasn't that good when we invaded Iraq and, killed civilians there, doesn't mean we'll do the same in our own country.
If I may, Colonel, that entire compound is just buildings on the outside. We could use the improvised explosives, the big planted ones, knock all those buildings down and level the whole goddamn block.
Something like that would be great, Senator.
Yes.
Send a message back to Lowell Moscow that you can't be fucking around in our playground. So we don't tolerate that.
Am I understanding this correctly? That a super terrorist was caught, and so Russia decided to back the super terrorist?
Well, so we believe he was the main source of weaponry being smuggled from Russia into Los Santos. A lot of the weaponry you see in the hands of criminals are Russian-made. And the biggest supplier of those weaponry was Michael Simone at the time. So the guy who was making a lot of money from them just got caught, and now that source of income is gone. They're not very happy.
Interesting. That's strange. How long ago did the weapons stop coming in exactly?
It's been a year and a half now. I would say majority of the weaponry has stopped coming as far as Class 2, maybe 4 or 5 months now.
Isn't that roughly the same time you had a raid on the art gallery or what it was? You found weapons in there too?
Correct. Yes. There was a massive raid on the VLC underground. There's tunnels inside. We found a weapon bench that manufactured Class 2s.
Yes. Maybe they're also terrorists.
Well, they did try to kidnap the mayor at one point. That was when Mickey S was the mayor. That's how we found out the place. We were able to use the 5G towers to triangulate the location, and then from there push for a search warrant to search the properties.
You're right. Just out of curiosity, who is this man to the right of me?
That is the current mayor, Lang Buddha.
Oh, a mayor.
Mickey is no longer the mayor.
Oh, Mickey's no longer the mayor. Well,
I found
times
out
have
yesterday.
changed.
Yeah.
What a drastic
longer Emma
change that
Gaines.
is.
Yeah. Mickey was a good mayor. He never bothered me once.
Yes. The Strange, how long have the Russians been in the city for, Mr. Boss?
6-7 months, at least.
Is there a reason I haven't got an email in 6 or 7 months about Russians invading our city?
Well, that's because one of the senators at the time
Because you're
was
incompetent?
acting... No.
Yes.
So with all due respect,
Yes.
I am the
yes.
opposite of incompetent.
If there are Russians in the city flying around fighter jets and I haven't been informed, I believe that might be a little bit of incompetency, sir. Just a little bit. You don't think maybe the military should have gotten involved and blown these guys off the map as soon as they entered the city? Who even gave them the goddamn facility over there?
The other senator. The one that's not here
Excuse
anymore
me?
with us. There used to be 3 of you, yes. One of them was acting as the ambassador between Little Moscow and us. He was handling most of the relationship. That's why I was not involved in informing you anything, because at the time I assumed that you all were talking.
Oh, no.
We only talk when absolutely necessary.
Understand? You're important
Well.
people.
I guess me and the other senator will have to have a talk about Little Moscow and what we'll do with it, what sort of explosives we'll use, when we'll do it, how we'll do it. But I don't know if that sends the right message. We're only blowing up a building. Maybe we should get the terrorist, Mr. Simone, and throw him off the ship like Bin Laden.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think maybe we send them off the fucking ship. Send the fucking message that way.
And we do it while he's alive.
You want to make him walk the plank?
Yes, we'll tie a few bricks to his feet and throw him over the fucking side of the boat, yes.
Yeah, but what does this say about us?
He'll just swim to the Lawless Island down south.
Swim? How will he swim if he's chained to bricks? He'll sink,
They're
my
gonna
friends.
chain him to bricks? Oh, okay. My apologies.
Yes. Maybe even cut his head off on the way down.
I'm not sure if it's a good idea, senators. You're sending the wrong message to the people back, in Russia.
No, I think that sounds. I think that sends exactly the right message.
Yes. Go to Los Santos, fuck around, and find out. It's a good message.
Well,
I've seen
because
the
it's a war
rappers say
crime.
that.
The Russian incursion actually began at the time that Michael Simone was believed to be dead. He died on October 1st, and the Russians took over that territory on the 8th.
Interesting.
It was nothing but a foothold for them, basically, to enter Los Santos and start to gain power and influence. So yeah, whenever y'all ready, I'm ready. I do believe it's time to go on offensive. And as far as Michael Simone, it's something that Ranger Bundy can inform me more about. We can talk more about that or continue to the next topic.
Let's go to the next topic, because I think Knight needs to be here for the Simone conversation.
Okay. Well, next topic is, well, if you look behind me, you see a vast sea, an ocean, wide and blue. However, to the very east, and I point that way, there's a new
I
sovereign
don't really
state that
see
was...
anything, actually. It's quite dark out there. There's no frontal lights on the ship. I can't
Don't see that boat to the right?
Oh, yes, I see that boat out there, yes.
That is the Marines are holding and protecting the coastal guard and border of Los Santos and the sovereign state of San Queen Isle. We're worried that there's going to be a lot of smugglers going in and out of the state of San Andreas, bringing either illegal contraband, weaponry, or drugs. And we wanted some sort of legislation that gives us the ability to perform customs on the border. Maybe draw some sort of line where if they pass that line between the territory of San Queen Island and the state of San Andreas, they're subject to and open to search of the belongings to make sure they're not bringing any illegal contraband weaponry or obviously CDS.
Okay, let me look here. Now, contraband, yes, you know, this, I mean, it's a, you said it's a sovereign country, or island. What is it? Is it a country?
I believe it's a sovereign state. That's what it said in legislation.
A sovereign state, okay, well, yes. If it is sovereign, then yes, I guess we shall be putting some customs aboard. How exactly would you like that to be processed, though?
Anybody exiting the island entering back to the state of Los Santos is subject to search upon they cross the waters. When they make it to land, then the rules and the laws of Los Santos apply to them, and they would need probable cause to search them.
For your info, senators, I've got a meeting scheduled with what's that pirate fuck's name? Thatch Moosebeard?
Yeah, Moosebeard.
He's got some ideas for how he'd like the legislation to work, so I can kick that up to you guys.
We already submitted a legislation to the senators on the customs, like 2 or 3 days ago.
From Thatch?
Never received it.
No.
Oh, well, maybe you should check your emails. Either way, how do we make this happen, though? Is it something that will be forced always, or is it just something that if they get caught, they would be searched? How exactly do you see it working?
Well, we know to leave the island, you need to use a boat, or to swim, or to use some sort of means of transportation, right? Always saying anybody who's leaving from that island and entering the waters of the state of San Andreas is subject to arrest. However, if we don't see them on the waters leaving the island, or don't spot them, and they make it to land on shore, then the same rules and laws apply to them, like probable cause needed to search them and arrest them. Or
Yes. I mean, it sounds reasonable. I do have the documentation that I can go over and double check that, but something like that is very, very reasonable, yes.
Okay. And also, if it possible, to maybe give the PD the ability to form some sort of port authority. That way, people interested in, doing the coastal guard or being part of the customs can be out here on the waters doing police work and trying to catch any smugglers who are moving shit from one state to another.
We also might need to add in some logging for the flight record so you can see who is coming and going on a constant basis and have an understanding of, who may or may not be doing dirty things if there's dirty things on the island.
I see. I mean, we're not in need of, suspicious calls or pings. I don't think we need that.
No. Just documentation of flight logs, sir.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, perfect. I think what he's trying to say is like an option for you to go down and see who's actually taking flights over. So you guys could go see who's actually left the country.
Oh, I see. Okay, so it's like a passport.
Yes. Like a documentation.
Exactly,
yeah, okay.
Exactly.
All right, that makes sense.
Maybe we could do a passport system and they can be revoked if somebody's, put in jail. Maybe their passport is revoked for a certain amount of time. And it's quite a costly investment. Who knows what other islands could show up?
Yeah, you never know. I mean, we just want to make sure we're ready. We don't get ready for when it happens. We stay ready.
Yes.
And then, lastly, I'm not sure how to get this kind of sorted, but PD's been requesting for ability to seize vehicles or properties and having some sort of state auction to where we can generate revenue. As we don't want to be dependent on the mayor's office to be asking for money from them. We should be asking for the minimum, but if we want to achieve more and be more self-sufficient, there should be other ways through seizing evidence and trying to auction it back to the civilian population, while also getting a large sum of cash out of it and dividing among the PD.
Well, I suppose if it's going to go through current civilian businesses, it would make sense, but I'm unsure if it was just through PD or something that it would be good for the city. So, if you could sort out somebody that is, business-oriented within the city, I'm sure we could have something fleshed out, yes.
Okay, perfect. And then lastly, maybe passing a new law for speed limit in the ocean, depending on the distance you're away from shore. So maybe we can conduct traffic stops out in the ocean of people traveling back and forth between islands.
Well, I mean, if there's, so from my understanding, if somebody's out in the ocean, you should be able to do the fisheries checks and search their boats and whatnot anyway. So, really, they should be yielding without the speed limit. Well, you could put a radar on your fucking boat.
Yeah, we
You
can have
don't
a
need
raid on the boat.
anything. You don't need shit, Bass. You already got the fishing checks.
Okay, all right then.
Anybody who can even be suspected as being in the act of fishing or hunting can have their shit searched at any time.
Okay, good enough for me then. Just make sure I'm just covering my bases. That's all, because there's gonna be a lot of water activity happening here pretty soon. So.
I think yes, with all the customs and stuff, though, you'll have a lot of information on these people.
Yeah. I mean, hell, you'll have a log of people that are going over there, and then you'll be able to when people come back, you have every reason to search them. So. I don't think you need to pull somebody over for going 36 and a 35 on the ocean.
Okay. Perfect. Then I don't think I got anything else I need to talk about. I think I filled you in as far as my issues. But yeah. Is there any questions you have for me?
No. That sounds great.
Thank you. All right, well, Bundy, it's your show.
Is Night awake?
I do not see him on duty currently.
Topic we're going back to is Michael Simone, and I'm a little bit confused about the hearing we're having here today. Is this something that you're looking?
Not a hearing. This ain't a hearing.
Okay. So
this is
more
completely
like,
extrajudicial. This is the Senate wanting to speak to the investigators because hell, they might just decide to gitmo this fucker. So if they want to hear shit, they can hear shit.
Oh, there is something I want to talk about since we got some time. This happened 2 days ago, and I was in charge of this, so feel free to get mad at me if you like, Senator. But can we talk about the shipping containers and the policies behind them, and maybe you can explain it from your perspective as far as what you believe should happen, so I can have a better understanding as far as how to proceed going forward? Because I thought I was going by the guidelines that we had in place.
Right. So, I believe there is a guideline to do with stashes on business properties, but I believe a stash would, I'm not even sure stashes, are they still around? Are they still a thing?
Yeah, there's still some out there.
Either way, the way I see it is how it works in the rest of America. If you want to enter any sort of property with the intention to search anything, you should have a warrant. It's that simple. If there is somebody that you can't forward the warrant to, that doesn't matter. You can still do it once it's signed. If it's not possible to pass it on to them, you should still be able to search the property once it's signed.
Okay, let me ask you this. But who am I searching that property? Who does the property belong to at that point? Because I was under the assumption it was public property at the time, but I was told otherwise. Because
public property would that's like a park or government owned. Really, that's the public space. But if it's a industrial property or a housing property, it is private property.
I see. Okay, so you're saying because of where its location and basing on the housing district, sorry, the industrial district, it means it belongs to somebody, that land's owned by somebody else's business. Okay.
Exactly. I don't want you going out to a farm in the middle of nowhere and finding, 73 people chained up in a basement just because you felt like going in there for no reason. Because I don't want to go. That would be illegal.
Okay, and then, well, let me ask you this. In the search warrant, for example, if I'm pushing for a search warrant of said container to belong on private property, who am I sending the search warrant? Is it to a local, or is it to the person I catch going in and out of that place?
Well, if you see somebody going in and out of the place, and it's on the property that is owned by a local, you don't have to file it to anybody. It will be passed on automatically to the owner of the property.
So Bess, so what you would do is you would write the place to be searched. You would write container, for example, the one that incorrectly searched based on my authorization the other day. Lab in training, whose property was being searched, you would write owner of train yard east of Orchardville Ave. Doesn't need to be
see,
a specific person.
see.
Just
Okay.
owner of train yard East
yeah,
of
no,
Orchard.
I
when
understand.
you're
Okay, that makes
also
sense.
going to
So-
raid a property, if you have a raid warrant for a property, you don't necessarily need to serve it unless they're on the property while you're raiding them.
I understand that. I'm saying for the application of the search warrant, when the judge is asking who's being raided, for example, right? When we
Yes,
fill out the
yes,
paperwork,
yes.
everything
If
has
it's
to
a
be filled
locally
out, right?
owned business, you would note that business to the best of your ability.
And I'm asking these questions because I want to make a PD announcement about it. So if this does happen again, at least officers know what necessary steps they have to take and how to fill out the paperwork, so on the same page.
And the easy way to go through it, Bass, is as Barosi just said to you, and as I said to you the other day, a lot of these stashes, right? They may be large boxes, but they are still boxes, okay? Whereas a crate has a door, it could function as a hiding place for a human being, etc. So a place that has a door that is on property, private, whether you know the owner or not, is treated like a home.
What the fuck is that noise?
Okay. All right, perfect. I think I got a text message from Brian Knight. So
You just need to consider it like anything else. When you're searching a person, you get your PC. It doesn't matter. That's it.
No,
Everything
I
works
don't
on
have
the
an issue with
same, same sort of thing. If something was laying in the open like a stash and you walk past through public visuals and you saw something and somebody pulled a gun out of it or something like that, you'd be able to search it right there and then.
Of course. I'm just making sure that I understand the ruling on it and the perspective y'all have, so at least we're on the same page. So if it does happen again, I know how to deal with it properly and make sure that the right procedure is applied. Ryan Knight is on his way. We can wait here or we can meet him in Los Santos.
Well, I don't mind. We could always go in there if need be.
How far is he out?
Let me check my GPS.
It would
The
probably
sun is
'cause we would have
rising.
to-
It looks so beautiful out there.
Where? He should be here. I told him to come here. I don't see him. Is he on duty?
He
might
is
be off duty.
not. Oh,
He's
he is
on
now,
duty,
actually.
or
No,
no,
he's on
he's on
duty now.
duty.
Where is his call sign? 221. Oh, Brian Knight is also part of the state. So is Jeffrey Bundy here. A lot of
Yes.
fine officers that do amazing police work are within the state, jurisdiction. So we got the best of the best here in house.
I didn't ask.
I don't think I did either, but either way, just remember, the basics of a police officer is searching with PC. I'm sure you guys can comprehend it.
Oh,
At
don't
the end
you
of the
worry,
day, if
yeah.
you can't serve the
Mhm.
warrant, who cares? Just fucking go and do it. They can get it later. So,
I
is he
believe.
coming
I
out
think.
here?
Yeah,
Yes,
I think.
he is.
I think he's in the helicopter with Lovesick right now. They should be here.
Okay,
Oh,
marvelous.
All right.
All right.
Perfect.
Any other business we got to deal with while we have Bass here?
I got some food. If y'all need some food, by the way.
Yeah,
I
I'll
have
take
plenty
some
of
food.
Yeah. We got supplies on the aircraft carrier for the Marine unit, so. it's on
Dude.
the ground.
The fucking limiting that fucking,
Yeah, so Davis, I got a couple of cars I seized.
Yep, I'll take those for you.
PD's been up my ass about wanting to buy them off us.
the
Oh.
fucking limiting that they have on this
Speaking of that,
fucking
Crane,
Yeah.
Steam now is
can we
fucking
buy one of
horrible.
those for
Holy
the,
shit.
For the PD.
Yeah, we
Because,
seized this car, Davis, from this asshole Francis, and it's like a S++, some kind of sports car. I don't fucking know. And PD's all hot to trot to spend a bunch of their budget money on buying the car from us. So I told them that's up to you guys.
Is somebody's alarm going, or is that the microwave?
That might be.
No, it's a bunch of cops getting shot.
Is that
We
my
just
life
turned
alert?
that
I'm
off.
fine. I don't know what
Is it
that's
the
going on.
goddamn Russians? Do I need to get the tank out?
No, it's a house robber. It's a burglary gone wrong. Son of a bitch up in the Violent Hills.
Jesus Christ. 5 police officers shot over a robbery.
Sounds
Scumbags.
about right.
No,
You
this is
might
America.
need bigger guns.
Well, speaking of that, when we were invited to San Queen Island, the sovereign state, just to the east, they did
Yes.
have pretty big guns. AK-74, RPGs, big silencers, big guns. And they also had military trucks used well, so.
Well, don't
worried
worry.
that
If
some
things
people-
get out of hand, just this time email me when the terrorists are here, okay? Just email me. It's a simple process.
Hey,
Will do, sir. Will do.
Hey.
What
Alright,
is with half the police officers having an eye missing?
Oh, mine got
I have
shot
an
out
eye.
by. Mine got shot out by
Oh,
Michael.
between them, they got 2 eyes.
No, I have both eyes. This is for shooting.
Oh, I see. You
Yeah,
cross-eyed
swap
or
the eye
something.
patch when the. No, you swap the eye when it gets dark out.
Oh,
Alright.
right.
So just so we're
Gentlemen.
on the same page here, Knight, Bundy, Bass. This is not a judicial hearing of any sort. This is not a formal procedure. This is in no way any kind of court proceeding. This is simply an extrajudicial matter where the senators have asked you to come and talk to them about some things that have occurred in their jurisdiction. Because, you know, they have ultimate authority, so they may just decide to throw this fucker off the side of a building. Who knows? So the floor is yours. Basically tell us who this fucker is, what he did, blah, blah, blah.
You want to crack it open, or you want me to, Brian?
Speaking in
go for it.
facts would be perfect. Facts, not
What you can
assumptions.
prove.
Okay. We began investigating Michael Simone way back in September when we had a sniper that was shooting at people. His DNA
What year?
tied
Can you
back to
clarify the year?
That would be late 2021. September 2021. Multiple instances of snipers. These are confirmed through his text messages, where he was taking photographs through the lenses of the snipers, the scopes, I guess, and sending them to his friends, threatening to shoot them. He has text messages where he confirms being responsible for the Chinese vitamins that hit the streets, those unknown pills that were going around, and also claims credit for the metamorphine epidemic that we had. In January 16th, 2022, Brian conducted a raid on Michael Simone's house.
After he planted a car bomb.
Yeah.
Police officer.
Yeah.
Was that confirmed? Exactly. Was there evidence of this?
Yes, he admitted it.
He's admitted in his own text messages to at least 4 or 5 separate car bombings, including one against me. And his DNA has been found on, I believe, 3 scenes where officers were shot with AWM sniper rifles.
He also directly confirmed a remote detonated car bomb about 3 months after the first one.
He also went on Twitter and essentially confirmed, as well as directly called a police officer after the Paleto Sheriff's Office was exploded, taking credit for that bombing as well.
I mean, it already sounds like there's quite substantial evidence that he's a psychopath. I assume he also tried to blow up, what was that, Hayes Auto. I bet that was him as well.
I don't believe that we actually have any concrete evidence linking anyone to that. Brian, are you aware of anything on
that? Hayes Auto, no links. Very unlikely given that he's a beneficiary of Hayes.
Oh.
True, it is. Yeah, it's actually a business that's owned by associates of his.
Interesting.
Upon the search and seizure of his property, we found a secret room that had a bunch of gun stashes in the back of it, boxes labeled explosives and bullets and guns and things like that. And we found documentation that led us to a shipping container off of Buccaneer. Down on Buccaneer, we found, what was it, about 35 firearms, Brian? Does that sound right?
I think it was much more than that.
Yeah.
Oh, 35 firearms and then multiple explosives.
Yes, 20 pipe bomb explosives, 35 firearms, Class 1 and Class 2s. This was when Enterprise wide bodies were fairly common, as well as...
What is wrong with chat today? You guys okay?
We found, because about 10 of those were the Class 2s that we located down there.
Like a variety of like AKs and shit.
Yeah.
I believe there was a sniper there too.
There was. And an RPG as well too.
So an AWM sniper rifle and an RPG, all nestled in boxes around a what appeared to be a bench for the purposes of weapons manufacturing. Following that raid was when he went on the run, car bombed a bunch of people, blew up the CGI building, blew up the Paleto Sheriff's Office, shot me in the face with a sniper rifle, all of which he's admitted to in text messages, or his DNA was found on scene. He also conducted a bombing of the court center on January 22nd, 2022.
In the hospital.
That fixes it. No one's sent to my
yes,
channel.
he attempted to bomb what is now the fire station, but was previously a hospital, as well as 2 other locations. Dan Faley has more information about that. Again, confirmed via text messages that he had between Jenny Hall and multiple other police officers that he was taunting because he believed himself to be untouchable.
Mm-hmm.
What else did this guy do, Brian? We got more.
He has
on
a
him.
nuclear submarine. which he
Oh,
threatened to use.
yep. He has been spotted in a nuclear submarine by one individual, and he escaped in a nuclear submarine while police attempted to apprehend him back in December. Or no, sorry, August 2022.
All right. Can I ask a question?
Absolutely.
Since September of 2021, how many, off the top of your head, how many bombings has he been involved in, like completely? Whether it be car bombings, building bombings, like a total amount of bombings he's confirmed been involved in? And then how many, and I have the documents for all the things you sent, but I just want to hear just flat out said. How many bombings has he been involved in?
I would estimate that we could directly confirm through DNA and text messages at least 10 or 11.
Well, he does sound like a terrorist. We might
Super
need
terrorist.
to set up Guantanamo Bay for this man. Or just throw him off the ship.
That, or we can give him the Napoleon experience.
The what experience?
Napoleon.
Maybe what we could do is we can get our own island. Maybe we can put him in a 1-by-1 cell in this island with no visitors.
Yeah,
for
that's
the
what
rest of
happened
his
to
life.
Napoleon. He got put on an island.
Except in a cell, 1-by-1, where he has no visitors.
Yes, a soundproof glass container. Sort of
I
like
do
that
worry
guy out
that-
of X-Men.
I do worry that it's going to require a lot of resources due to the fact that he has got a lot of friends in powerful places that will do anything they can to break him out.
Then we could put a few turrets that will shoot anything within the vicinity. I'm sure we'll be fine.
Fair.
If you're
But
found on the island, you are to be sentenced by death, could also be stated. If you really want to tell people to fuck off.
Yeah, something like that would be good because it gives people an understanding that, hey, if you fuck around, you'll find out.
Oh, I forgot about the big one. He admitted in his text messages that he was arming the treasonous during the War of Sandy Shores as well.
Oh, those biker assholes.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
We
You're
have
telling me that
photos
he-
of him as well at that location.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Hold up for 2 seconds. You're telling me that he was involved in that whole thing that me and the other senator had to stomp out, that whole war, that whole treason?
Yeah, just prior to war breaking out, he was texting about how war pays. He was photographed in that compound following the kidnapping of an officer. And then directly after the conclusion of the war and everyone being sentenced to treason, he said he was done with it for now because pharmaceuticals paid more. That's when he moved into the space of metamorphosis and stuff like that.
Interesting.
What an asshole.
Well, I mean, there's enough information you've passed on. Once we go over the evidence and whatnot, maybe me and the other senator will speak and we'll come to a conclusion on what we believe should happen in this situation. It appears a lot is tied to the Russians as well, and we'll also have some input on the new island as well.
Perfect.
Yes, it will be perfect.
Chief Justice Crane should have a document with all of our evidence for you. Probably the biggest ones is going to be the compiled phone records, because we put
Crane,
timestamps
get
in
me
there.
that document. I would like to. How many
Knight,
pages?
Can
is
you
it?
can you re-forward everything, Knight? Or Bundy? I don't think it ever got sent directly to me.
What the entire packet of information?
Yeah. All right, I got it. Here you go.
Yep, I got you.
Jesus fuck. All right.
That's the reason I pointed out the important one, because there's a lot of fucking reports there.
All right, senators, you asked, you received.
Splendid.
Right. That is a lot of evidence.
It
All right,
is,
I
yes.
can go through that in my spare time.
Yeah.
A year and a half of investigation, at least.
Yes. There should be plenty of information. If we can confirm all this, we'll make a summary judgment and see if there's any bail or anything like that, I guess.
Perfect. Now let's go back to the homeland and take out these guys in Low Moscow.
Of course, yes. Don't worry, I'll have some explosives and utility available soon.
Ooh. Hey, can I shoot that gun that you had? That looked.
No.
But this gun?
Yeah.
Maya or Winston Walker, why'd they get fired?
Winston Walker got fired because he placed a hit on somebody else. Maya got fired for she's not a fit for PD.
The objection to either of them becoming lawyers?
I don't have an objection with them being lawyers. I mean, it's your call.
All right, I'll review everything. Who'd he put a hit on?
Aaron Brown for the clowns.
Ooh, marvelous.
Oh, Harry Brown. Nice.
It definitely works.
Yeah, it does.
You could use that on the tuner shop.
Can we get some of those for the Russians?
No. It's Senator. This is Area 69 weapons.
Holy shit!
Oh, maybe I shouldn't shoot the helicopter.
Yeah, maybe. No. Tell my cop to stand down. These are senators. Tell them to stand down right now. Don't shoot. Do not shoot.
Tell him to put his gun down before he's sent
Down
into the
50.
ocean.
Before two love sick. Gun duty.
If you shoot a senator, then they're probably going to put you in a 1x1 box and leave you there.
We own this boat. Remember that.
God damn, that's
We're
patriotic.
gonna wait for the second helicopter. There's a lot of us here.
Yes.
I'm sure Brian and I can arrange for a pickup from Lovesick or somebody.
Yeah, there's actually one more thing I forgot to mention. This is a PD thing we're trying to bring. I just want to hear your input on it. We're trying to also thinking about bringing back the DA's office. It's not going to be mandatory for cops, but recently we've been getting our asses.
Sorry, I almost threw up. Did you just say DA's office?
Yeah, it's not mandatory, but a resource.
Well, if you had
for the
police
PD.
officers that just had the evidence ready and written up, you'd never need a DA's office.
I don't think that's the reason why we lose court cases. The reason we cannot articulate how to build probable cause without a shadow of doubt in a court of law is something that requires experience and more than
or
logic.
training.
Yeah, I think just simple training could fix
If you
that.
can't
don't
do
need an
that
entire
without a
office.
shadow of a doubt, they shouldn't go to jail. It's that simple.
Fair, but that's not my job. I'm a police officer, not a lawyer.
Well, it is your job, actually. Yes.
Well,
You
no,
do
my
need
job
to
is to-
articulate that. It is literally your job. Otherwise, you can't detain somebody.
No, fair. I'm talking about in a court of law where they're found guilty, right?
Right. Well, you are the court of law to begin with, you see, when you put them in handcuffs, sir.
I'm acting as a
Look, Bass,
Anyway,
given our
fuck the
policies
DA.
on how warrants work, y'all very much are the DA because we know there's a hell of a lot of people that go to jail without ever getting to contest shit. So y'all better be ready the first time.
Well, I don't disagree with you. I'm just saying that we're trying to come up with more resources for officers to utilize actual trained lawyers that know what they're doing in a court of law that could be part of an early investigation and help them build up probable cause so they can prove in a court of law.
Either way, listen, I don't give a shit about that, okay? I just couldn't care less about fucking DA's officers. I'd prefer to shoot myself in a video game at home.
Then get in the helicopter. I'll take you back.
Y'all still need us, Bass?
I don't believe so. We should be good, actually.
All right. We'll
All right,
out the
nice,
Los
man.
Santos.
Call that driver.
Hopefully my tank's okay.
Hey, Max, can you pick us up at the PD? See ya.
I can't shoot. Do. Yo, I'm interested to see what Jaeger does with the island. I like where it's headed, though. Could be some interesting shit out there, dude. I don't know. I don't know why people were upset about it.
So what was the verdict on those cars? Can sell them if it goes through a third party?
Well, yes, we should be selling them through local businesses, civilians. Utilize them, not people that go to jail every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Perfect. I love hearing that. Holy shit.
I'll talk to Mushkins or whatever.
Could be a cool way to bring Class 2s in again. Yeah, I mean, Class 2s coming back, if they came back, would be like not...
Then we'll have a talk, Bass, about that.
I don't know how
car
I'd do it,
PD
but
one.
it definitely wouldn't be
might have
like
to go to public auction to
the
get
long
everybody else.
distance shit.
I'm okay with that.
The
I'm
Dragonov
okay
being
with that. I
there
just
for
wanna
Air 1, I do miss,
wait
but like,
by, police work
because
in
it
a
was
way
a
where
lot of cool action when you shoot down Air 1, you know what I mean?
objective or purpose.
And it was really risky and costly,
Yeah, I don't think I ain't seen the state police.
but it was
account.
cool
Y'all got
when you
35
pulled it
million,
off.
So
We do?
we'll see if you really want that or not.
So instead of Mushkins, maybe you could talk to the impound lot or something like that, you know, the actual civilians of the city.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good.
I believe there's been a few people work there for years on end and not really made much, so maybe they'd be better utilized. Since they could
Like,
also impound the vehicles.
Red Harrington and them.
Yes.
All right. I'll talk to Red.
Okay,
Yeah.
that sounds great.
Perfect.
All right.
Do we want to talk about some of this shit now or later?
We could do it later. Fuck that shit. I'll have to
That's
read
a
through it
lot of shit
myself.
to read. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of fucking shit.
I ain't even looked at it yet because, you know, we're supposed to not look to the court case. But if we're just going to look at it now, then I'll need a couple days too.
As far as Little Moscow, I think we're on the same page. We just bombed that bitch.
Yes, I agree. We just level it, move on.
Hell yeah.
It's gonna be war with
America.
Russia. I
No, we
mean,
start with this fucking radar tower. Look at that shit.
Please.
Can we go to a list
mean,
of all the places
right,
these
love
people
that.
have lived at? Do we know anything about them? The Russians? Where they could have lived, who they've been
Well,
affiliated
some
with?
of them
and all
are
that?
dying. So last Friday we had an attack from the Russians. We had 3 giveaways after the battle we had with them, where we used our helicopters, our jets, and fought in the air. Shot down 2 jets and 1 helicopter.
Okay.
Pretty much every Russian we've taken into custody has been either eaten a cyanide pill, sniped by their own guy, or shot with a rocket launcher.
Okay.
They know exactly the expectation.
These are the people that Michael Simone was working with.
Correct. Well, I wouldn't say directly, but in the same kind of just bed.
This Russian cell, Baba Yaga, that they're calling themselves, they appeared directly after Michael, quote unquote, died when he faked his death.
Okay. Well, either way, yes, we'll look into it and we'll have something sorted out as soon as possible.
Yeah, maybe in the meantime, just any assets, anybody affiliated with this Baba Yaga cell, any assets they have, any places they claim, any members that are known to be alive.
Hey, this Reggie Might motherfucker, Michael Simone's attorney has been bugging me about wanting all the evidence to build his case for his client. Do I just tell him to kick rocks? What do you want me to do?
Yes. Is he around at the moment?
Nah, he's one of those Australian bitches. Don't wake up
Next
till like
tsunami.
Oh, yes, yes.
Like
Tell him
6
to
hours
eat
from
a
now.
ballsack and we'll get to him. That's how this works.
All right, will do. I'll relay the message.
All right, perfect, Senators. Can I drive your tank?
Absolutely not. I'll drive that myself and get myself home.
Sure.
I guess. Yes, I'm
Could be
absolutely
Phil-
positive.
I got a G-Wagon and a...
How do we get
sport
out of here?
motor,
Window.
Davis.
I could be the window. You could be the door.
Or you want me to hold on to him and sell him?